Sergeant's eyes on you, so let's go. Good morning, Georgia is here. Start your day the Georgia way. Want attention for your brand? Broadcast today only on Good Morning Georgia. Contact us today. Email on info@communicationsmd.com or call 770-421-5598.
Tune in to Good Morning Georgia. Join hosts Audrey Bell Kearney and Derek J. Wilson every weekday at 9 a.m. for your daily dose of news, politics, business, and entertainment. From local updates to insights from affiliate partners across and beyond Georgia, we've got your mornings covered. Tune in to stay informed and entertained with Good Morning Georgia.
In Georgia.
Mic is muted.
Good morning, Georgia. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You know what's funny about this? I'm really a good time person, but I've been really bad with my time lately, like really bad. And that's because I've been used to doing Good Morning Gwinnett every morning at 10 o'clock for almost 6 years. So I am still having a struggle. I'm talking about I get up early enough, but for some reason, because I have to leave the house and come to the studio, I'm struggling.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle. So then because see, when you're used to doing something and you have to change things around, it kind of messes you up. So we're still getting acclimated to our new schedule, our new show. So bear with us. We promise it's going to get better. But thank you guys for being here this morning. Today is Tuesday, August the 13th.
August the 13th.
August the 13th.
So September, October. It's 2 months for my birthday.
Oh Lord. I thought you were about to say something serious.
It's serious.
Okay, it is serious.
It's a celebration of a king.
Okay, King. I hear you, bro. Listen, call yourself as you are. What is it?
I don't know.
Call yourself.
Speaking to life, what you shall want to be.
Yeah, you tell me I read the Bible very often.
Oh, you trying to quote something different?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know whatever you was trying to say.
Call those things as though they were.
Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway.
I have no idea.
Anyway.
Well, look, do we want to, can I address it now or do it later?
What you addressing?
Just, I guess the post I put last night. So we can do that later, though.
Yeah, we'll do that later.
Okay.
That's a little heavy.
Yeah. Well, all right. So let's jump into today's news. Well, we're gonna do the weather first. The weather is brought to you by
Beautiful this morning. I like fall. Like I know people like the summer, but I like the fall. And so I know, but it felt good this morning. It felt like a fall morning to me.
Summer don't even start till September 23rd.
Fall.
Fall.
I know, but it felt like fall this morning. And the reason I know it felt like fall because every time the temperature drops, my tire pressure go down. And my tire thing comes up. And as soon as we get to like 70, 95 degrees, it just pops back up by itself.
I think you need to get that checked.
No, it does. I already know. But that's what happens. Like every time the temperature drops, my tire pressure lowers. But when it gets hot again, the tire pressure increases.
No.
So by the time we leave out, it's like 95 degrees. It'll be back to normal.
95. Well, look, speaking of 95, today's highs across the state, everybody is in the 90s. 92 and 94 in Atlanta, 93 in Rome, 97 in Columbus, 98 in Albany, 97 Valdosta down by the water. Savannah is 95. They're still dealing with flooding. I'm looking forward to speaking with one of the county commissioners down there in that area, Chatham County, where Savannah sits, and as well as 93 in Brunswick. I would love to get the mayor. Hey, Mayor Crosby, if you're looking, hit us up. We love to see what's going on down there in Brunswick and how you guys are handling, doing well. If you're a mayor in any city in the state of Georgia and you want to put out what's going on in your city, whether it's events, updates of things that you guys are doing well, reach out to us. We'd love to hear about it.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a mayor. Council members, commissioners,
state reps,
economic development president,
state senator, U.S. senator. Governor. We'll take you.
All the above.
All the above. Speaking of governor, well, we'll leave that alone. We'll come back.
That's next.
Yeah. But so that's the highs for the day. According to this map, there's not much precipitation, but Then again, don't take me. I'm not the meteorologist. Make sure you check your local news for that. But it is a beautiful day. Oh, here you go. I can tell you the percentage wise. Oh yeah, we don't have much precipitation throughout the state.
Not because Friday night lights, I don't want to be in the rain. I said to my husband, we gotta get raincoats and all that stuff. We went to a game last year and we were drenched.
Hey, hey, the people up north, they go to games and it's snow. So I take rain over snow any day.
I went to my brother had a championship game. He won a championship for East Orange High School, campus high. They had won one since ninth and was like 40 years or something. So he won one. And they played at the Giant Stadium.
Mm,
When I tell you,
it was cold.
when I tell you it was cold, it was so cold. I had to go stand in the bathroom, heat up, and then come back out, run to the bathroom. And if you could see the video where they were sliding across the ice, it was cold.
Yes, I mean it's
So
so
cold.
it was a couple of years ago, recently, in Buffalo. Remember they had that big snow and they was playing.
That was last year.
That was last year.
That was
Yeah.
last year.
And then the famous Super Bowl they had in Buffalo where it was snowing. Yeah, I can do it. I can. I mean, well, it's one thing about the players because they're moving around. They could have somebody heat, but the fans in the stands is just sitting there.
Yeah, in the cold.
I couldn't do it, but that's dedication, and
That's fandom.
that's fandom. And yeah, we're gonna have that one day. We're gonna have people outside our windows just
Yeah, we're standing right on this window right here.
be like, hey,
Hey, like Good Morning America. Hey,
yeah, just like that.
just like that. Speak those things as though they were.
Okay, you figured.
There it is. Bam.
Okay, so what book and verse and chapter is that?
Bible.
Oh, okay. We'll get
And I'm paraphrasing.
yeah. Please make sure you say that. We
I
don't want
am.
we don't want King James to come back and get you.
And I'm paraphrasing.
Talking about that's not what I
That's
wrote.
my own version.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, we're switching over. We're going to a commercial, or we're switching over to today's local news.
Today's local news.
Well,
Politics.
your president and your governor. Well, I'm sorry, your former president and your governor. They continue to clash. Donald Trump continued to make comments about Kemp. Kemp keep going back and forth. Kemp and I already told him, keep my family name out your mouth.
The one thing I have to say about Kemp is that he didn't bow down to Trump. You know what I mean? Like he didn't kiss the ring, he didn't lick the boot, and he stood on that. He stood on that. That's what I'm standing on that.
Standing on business. That's
He's
the one thing
standing-
I can respect about him
Yep.
because out there in Texas, what's his name? Ted Cruz. This
Oh,
man
God.
talked about your wife,
It's
talked about
disgusting.
your daddy, and then you turn around and endorse the man and you tried to assist him in the January 6th.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's just one of many people that Trump have disrespected,
Yes.
has the disrespected your family, and you still support the man. So
When I think about what's the chick name that was running for president and dropped out? Haley.
Nikki Haley,
Come on,
he done
man.
talked about her,
Horribly.
and they still endorse him. They still support him. But at the end of the day, though, Kemp still gonna vote for him.
You think so?
Kemp, I
He
mean,
probably won't vote at
well,
all.
put it like this publicly, Kemp is not gonna vote for anyone other than a Republican. Now, behind closed doors, we don't know. We don't know because you never know what people do in that booth. I wouldn't be surprised if he does cast a vote for someone else, but we'll never know.
I don't know the way Trump is treating him and the way he's handling it. I got to give him his props for that because we've seen everybody just bow down and lick the boot.
We know the Bushes didn't do it.
The Bush didn't do it. That's why he kicking George in the back.
I remember former President H.W. Bush, may he rest in peace. I remember he didn't show up to Trump's inauguration because they said due to some medical concerns. And then, like the next day, he had an Astros game.
Like
Him
that
and
was-
Bob had an Astros game waving. Like, okay, so that's the real reason why you didn't go to
Now the mayor of Arizona got up there and he's like, I'm a Republican, but he put all his weight behind Kamala, which I thought that was pretty interesting. He had a big crowd out there too. But at the end of the day, you gotta have some sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to. I just feel like you gotta have some sense. And he got up there, he gave a great speech. He said he was a Republican, but he also said that there's no way that he could support Trump. And he's asking everybody to not support him. And I thought that was big.
I was talking to an elected official this morning who made a comment was saying that you know, every now and then he wants to, go off on some people, but he can't do it. And I jokingly was like, why not? Trump does it all the time.
All the time.
All the time. The difference is between, Trump and him is, Trump is red, he's blue.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it at that.
And okay.
But yeah,
we'll leave that right there.
Yeah, but it's amazing how the double standard. If Barack Obama done 1% or said 1% of the things that Trump has said or did, he would have never made it as far as he's made it to.
No,
And
no way, not even close.
To have three baby mamas, I'm sorry, three ex-wives, well, two ex-wives and a wife. One is a former nude model. I think she was in Playboy. If Obama had any of those things, he probably wouldn't even made it past the primary. But then if he would have said the things that he said, if he would have called Mexicans rapists and murderers, if he would have said if he would have called what's the lady that he called Pocahontas?
I don't know.
Oh, Elizabeth Warren. He would have called Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas. If he would have talked about Sarah Palin the way that Trump talks about his opponent, he would have never made it to to presidency. No, he would have never made it to 2 terms. Well, Trump hasn't made it. Trump will not make it to 2 terms. But it's the double standard. But I mean, to be honest, I don't even think Bush or Clinton could have got away with some of that stuff back.
I mean, I kind of wonder how Trump gets away with it, but it's okay. We're gonna move on from him because that's an all day conversation for the next 25 years.
Yeah. So
Not missing a beat because it's always. Well, I got one last thing to say. So no, there was a report that he flew into his campaign rally this past weekend on Jeffrey Epstein's plane.
No, he didn't.
Listen, the report is out there. Allegedly, there's
well, Jeff dead now, so I guess it don't matter now.
He had memories on that plane.
Not,
and
we can't let it just sit there and go to waste.
Twitter and but that just goes to show you that he was friends. Like when he had said, we don't know each other like that.
I mean, maybe he bought it on the auction block.
Listen, there his videos all over there at the parties. I mean, the video. Here's the thing about video: you can't not yet. You can't really argue with the videos. They're out there. You see them at the parties. They're out there. The videos are out there.
Hey, when Trump was standing behind, have you ever met this guy? Nope, never met him. Here's a photo of you two together. Never met him.
Yeah. Listen, they say his mentor told him never admit to anything.
Well, he doesn't. Just like He doesn't admit to owing people money.
They said, "Oh wait, did you see Mark Cuban and what's the Indian guy? What's his name? The one that was standing up there with everybody had on the same suit when he was on trial. He was the only Indian or Middle Eastern guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. So when Trump was on trial, you had bootlicker down in South Carolina standing up there.
You talking about Tim
Scott. And then you had
bootlicker.
Yeah, all the bootlickers. They got leather lick, all wax over their mouth. You had him, and then you had other guy, Derek. What's his name? Vashon, something Indian.
I don't know.
God, I can't think his name.
What about
him and Mark Cuban got into it about about Trump, and Mark was asking questions, and just like Trump, he was dancing all around the question, never answered. Then he ran out of time without answering any question. Let's move on from that because that's a story that's never ending.
Well, yesterday the Democrats launched their first paid ad campaign for the Harris Walsh tickets in battleground states. So that's a major accomplishment. Since the announcement of Joe Biden stepping out and Kamala Harris and stepping to that spot. So that was what, mid-July?
Mm-hmm.
So in the month of July, Kamala Harris raised over $80-some million.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. So now they're putting that money to use. So when you see those commercials, they're about to start hitting the ground. They start hitting the TV. I sure wish we can get some of their advertising dollars.
Hey,
we're gonna speak it in existence. Anybody listening?
That thing is doing was.
that's part of the campaign that can make some decision makers tell them they need to be advertising on Good Morning Georgia.
They do.
Because Georgia is a battleground state.
It is.
And our goal is to make sure that our voices is reached throughout the entire state of Georgia. Uh, but yeah, so they have wow. So the Democratic National Committee has announced the Harris Walls advertising push on Monday, which includes more than 70 billboards across the key battleground states of Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, North Carolina, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. So you see a billboard.
I think the goal is to make sure that the election there can't be it was stolen.
No,
That the number is going to be so bigly that you can't say it was stolen because it's going to be huge.
hold on. Speaking of bigly, I was so wrong. They did not bring in $80 million in July. The Harris Waltz campaign pulling in $310 million in July. $310 million in July. I don't know when Joe Biden stepped down, but I know
It was July.
I know it was in the middle of it
Yeah.
wasn't before the 4th of July.
They had groups that was raising millions of dollars on calls. Like there's a group, God, I forgot what it's called, but it was a group of white women. They did 11 million in their call, and I was told that someone that was on the call said the lady kicked it off. Is like I challenge anybody to drop 50,000 right now,
And I'll match it. Did she say she'll match it?
and I'll match it.
Yep.
And she did, and they raised 11 million on that call. And then you had the black women and just millions and millions of dollars. You got the white dudes they did 4 million.
White guys.
White guys for Harris.
Yeah.
Because
So
people really want to see a change, and nobody's interested in going back 600 years. We're not
look at the
interested in that.
comparison though. $310 million for Harris. Trump brought in 138 million.
And half that's going to his legal fees. Moving on.
Right. So
Moving on.
that's wow. That was a big pull. So that was a headline. So they just started to spend the money. Now it's good. Now we're about to start seeing more things. You know, and we try to find some positive and uplifting news in the state. We have to acknowledge that sometimes it's a little challenging because
It is
most of the news is
bad news.
depressing, is violent, and
Yeah.
we're not trying to report on the shootings that happen in multiple places throughout the state. We're not trying to report on any domestic or any type of violence. We try to keep it uplifting, but it's very depressing when we're sitting here trying to go over today's top news, and everywhere
It's
top
bad.
news is always like the breaking news or the most promoted news is always the bad.
But people like bad news. And it's so funny because I remember when I was watching Good Morning Gwinnett, and I was like, I'm not reporting bad news, and I haven't. I've never reported bad news. I've always sent condolences for people who have lost lives and loved ones. I've always done that because I felt like that was something I needed to do. But I just don't do bad news. But here's the thing: because you don't do bad news, because you're not acting the fool, it takes a lot to make the show grow. So that's why you are so important to this show, making it grow. We need you to share the show. We need you to subscribe to the channels. We need that because it's a lot of bad news out there. We don't need to report on that. You can just turn on any device in your house or in your pocket and watch bad news. Now, that being said, if you're doing good things, we need to know about it.
Right.
So we need you to put it out there somewhere. Put it out in a blog post, a press release, a podcast. Put it out somewhere because we are searching every day for news every day. And it's really hard to find good news, which I found that to be absolutely crazy, especially for business owners. Are you not talking about yourself? Like, how do you expect people to find out what you're doing? I go and I search for stories and I can't find a story. And I know businesses are doing great things. Put out a press release so somebody can find you. We'll talk about it on the show, but we can't talk about it if we can't find it.
Right. Yeah. Put it out there because I'm so, as I scroll through, I'm so sick and tired of reading about negative stuff.
And what do we do about that? I mean, how can we change that? Like, what is that a legislative problem? Like, how do we change that?
Well, we never spotlight. Well, I ain't gonna say we never. It's very rarely that they spot that the news industry spotlights anything positive. Is either, like I say, some negative or something, or a natural disaster.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Debbie is still causing problems.
Mm.
It's no longer a tropical storm, but it's still dropping heavy rains in your former stomping grounds,
Albany?
up north.
Oh,
Uh, so the latest, Debbie remnant hits New York and Pennsylvania with heavy rain and severe flooding. So mind you, Savannah is flooding, or South Georgia was flooding. Now it's flooding all the way up in Pennsylvania and New York.
let me tell you something. When Hugo came, when we had Hugo that year, Hugo wreaked havoc. My house still in Jersey. I had a house, and my whole block was flooded. When I tell you I had 2 feet of water in my basement, and mind you, my basement was finished. It was finished with bedroom, bathroom, living room. It was finished. 2 feet of water.
Yeah.
That happened twice. I had to do mold remediation twice. And it was crazy. And the last time it happened, we had no power. And there was a guy, I don't think it was Hugo, I think it was Sandy. It was one of them big storms.
Sandy was a big one.
It was a big
For
storm.
Jersey.
The guy name was Hugo. Hugo had so many generators. He lit up the whole block. So we had extension cords running out of our back door. He lived on the other block around the corner. He had generators set up so everybody could have power because his house wasn't affected, but my house was. So you would think that, and we're far from the shore. Like we were like 3 hours from the shore. It's not like we were close to the
No.
shore. Yeah, we weren't close to the shore. We were like not North Jersey. We was like central, not even central Jersey. It was kind of like in the middle. And we were that far from the shore, we still flooded. So, and then think about when we had a storm that time in New York flooded was subway.
Where the rats was swimming.
Yeah, man, it was disgusting. Oh God. Anyway,
Uh, so I just got word that Southern Elite is also in Pennsylvania. So
mm,
if you are experiencing any storm related damage from Debbie and you so happen to be in Pennsylvania or you have family members in Pennsylvania, have them text storm to 888-835-1386, and a representative from Southern Elite Contracting will reach out to you. Southern Elite Contracting is sponsoring our weather during this hurricane season because they are the number one contractor, general contractor in these areas. So in the states of Georgia, Florida, and Pennsylvania. So yes, that was a paid plug.
all right, we're gonna go to commercial. We'll be right back after this commercial to bring you more of what's going on in and around Georgia. So stay tuned.
Did your business accept Visa or MasterCard anytime between January 1st, 2004 and January 24th, 2019? If so, then you may qualify to share in one of the largest class action settlement payouts in history, a staggering $6.1 billion. Visa Inc. and MasterCard Inc. agreed to settle this case and were ordered to repay merchant processing interchange fees overpaid by their customers. To be included, you must opt into the list of participating merchants by August 30th, 2024. You will not be included unless you officially opt in. No personal documents or statements are required. To apply, we need your business name and basic contact information. For more information and how to get your share of this $6.1 billion, text NOISE to 26786. Again, text NOISE to 26786. That's NOISE to 26786. Remember, the deadline is August 30th, 2024.
I keep my card off. I keep my ego out. All right, welcome back. We're just talking about money tips, and one of them is protect your debit card. I keep my debit card off all the time, and you'd be amazed at how many transactions that you forget that you signed up for.
Yes.
It's
funny you say that. So I was in Tennessee last month for my nephew's engagement, and something I got a charge from Instacart for $144 on my business card. So when it came through, I'm like, Instacart, I've never ordered anything from Instacart. So I immediately got panicked and jumped on the phone and called the bank. So they cut the card off. So when they cut the card off, all the business expenses that were coming to the card, I was looking at them like, so I realized, oh yeah, I don't need that. My card has like 2 business expenses on it, which is nuts. And so I'm still looking at my list like, do I really need this? It's amazing. You're right about that. So the new card has like it has hardly nothing on it because it's like, okay, I don't even think I really needed that because now I'm not using it
Yep.
and I'm not missing it.
So I was telling Audrey, I said, when I was younger, I used to, be embarrassed or would hate for my card to decline. I love it now because now that means, okay, let me see what it is. Oh, okay. I turn it back on. They always gonna kick
Mm-hmm.
in. And so either I go into wherever that decline, if I'm keeping it, I go and then I update payment, which is the same card because I turned it off. Or if it's something that I meant to cancel but forgot to cancel, I'm gonna go in and cancel.
Yep.
But you won't believe how much money it saved me
Yes, I do.
being able to turn off your card. Now, in full disclaimer, some stuff will still go through, which I still don't understand that.
Well, is that connected to your bank account?
Yeah, it's a debit card.
No, is the stuff that's coming through connected to your bank account?
Oh,
Yeah, so that's why that's coming through.
because I've seen stuff, I'll be like,
How did that come through?
okay.
It's because it has your routing number in your bank account. That's how. But I'm telling you, when that card went out and I got back home, and shout out to my nephew and Lizzie B. They got engaged.
Congratulations.
I know. And so I'm so happy for them and her. She's a beautiful young lady.
I'm celebrating 16 years. Well, 17.
When is it?
No, I think it's 16.
That's a shame.
Yeah, well, no, 16 years.
Just,
After 10, you just, it all start to blur together.
yeah, probably.
How old are you, 21?
I am 22.
22 years of marriage.
No, 21.
Oh,
I'm
21.
going into 22.
I just celebrated 16 in July.
I just celebrated 21 in June.
Okay.
Yeah, 21.
Look at that.
Anyway,
Happily married.
happily married. Yeah.
Love my tequila
Yeah.
and tacos
Yeah.
and enchiladas.
Maria, you see how you talking about you over here? I hope you hear him. It's not me this time. It's him.
I'm just saying, well, we ain't gonna talk about you.
Nope, please don't.
We gonna leave that alone.
See? She know I love her.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Don't talk about it, Derek. Like, do not.
Oh man.
Listen, Gwinnett County has a new city that's forming. It's called the City of Mulberry. When I heard the name of that city, just the name, just think about that for one second.
Sound like one of them sundown cities.
The City of Mulberry. So the City of Mulberry is looking for council people. Right now, this is what the City of Mulberry is. They said they're not gonna have any city property taxes. And they said that they're gonna have local control of planning and growth. And they said, why do we need to create a city? That was my question.
No
why?
property tax, no city property tax.
No
Everybody
city-
in the state of Georgia should move to Mulberry.
Listen, they're about to be flooded.
No property tax.
They're about to be flooded in Mulberry. I'm about to move to Mulberry.
Me too. No
About to-
property tax.
Yep.
My
Yep.
property taxes went up substantially this year.
Yeah. Local control is what they're saying. Jam-packed traffic, crowded schools, sprawling apartments are only a few of the concerns that will be addressed by the new city. So that's a problem. And I
Well, so let me just chime in on that.
okay,
The city has nothing to do with schools
unless you're Buford.
unless you're Buford. But since they're not Buford and
They're probably trying to be Buford.
they are in Gwinnett County, they have nothing to do with crowded schools. So that's a false narrative. The traffic is going to be even more jammed because you're advertising no city taxes. And anybody with any common sense about property taxes, that's a big one. So you're going to have more traffic. So in apartments, I mean, you can control apartments, but I would love to see what the city of Mulberry would do about Gwinnett County schools.
Well, like you said, I feel like they're going to take the same path that Buford has taken. So the schools will not be a part of the Gwinnett County school system. However, what you said about property taxes is so true. So what are you going to do? So so are they building this city on land? Where's the land?
Well, it's they're forming unincorporated Gwinnett is becoming the section of that is becoming the city of Mulberry. The interesting part about them trying to have their own school system, so when Gwinnett just gonna give them the buildings, we're just gonna hand out the buildings. We have schools, they have schools in the new area
I don't know. I mean,
that you have no control of. So I hate to break the news, hate to be Debbie Downer and the bad news, but the cities has no control over school and overcrowding of schools. That is a school district, a school board problem that you have no jurisdiction over.
well, it's interesting to see if you want to run for council in the city of Mulberry, that the registration date is open August the 19th.
But to answer your question, it includes large areas of unincorporated northeast Gwinnett County, approximately 35,000 residents. So you will be the largest city in the county,
Yeah,
and you think you're gonna make a difference about jam-packed traffic.
yeah, because right now Lawrenceville is the largest, and yeah, you would be the largest.
Yep. This would include the areas most in need of checks and balances on recent growth. Good luck with that.
Well, listen, they have managed to create the city.
They pushed that through. I mean, that went through faster than anything. I think that went through faster than them gerrymandering
Yeah.
the districts.
So the city is there is a city, and they're probably going to be looking for mayors and council people and all. I didn't even see anything about a mayor. I saw council people.
Well, they already had that hand selected. The
A
new
mayor.
city of Mulberry will have no property taxes, ensuring the city will reduce the burden on our community and not add to them. The purpose of the entire effort is to increase local control, not increase our tax burden.
Where's money gonna come from?
Well, the question is, which, I'm not in government, but I know enough to know that the city will be paying money to the county because the county is not going to provide services for free. You need a police department. Oh, no, you want to use the Gwinnett County Police? That's going to cost.
Where's the money coming from? If there are no taxes.
Well, the county will still get taxes. So maybe that's how they gonna barter. Like, well, look, you still get to collect your taxes, so you still provide services. But
So they have to pay county taxes, but not city taxes.
right, everybody in the county pay county taxes.
Mhm.
If you live in a city, you're paying additional tax.
Okay.
So just don't know how that's gonna work.
I don't either, but it's gonna be interesting to see. Now, I'm sure they're gonna make it work. Look, they got
Oh,
the city,
yeah.
right?
Will my police or fire service change? No. They will contract with Gwinnett County to continue providing, yes,
Yeah, the same services you've
Yeah.
grown used
the
to.
difference will be that planning and zoning decisions will be made by local city, ensuring local control of, okay,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
yeah.
Anyway, if you are interested in becoming a city council in the city of Mulberry, yeah, qualifying begins on August the 19th and runs through August the 23rd from 8:30 a.m. To 4:30 p.m. So you got to go report to the Gwinnett Voters Registration Elections and at Beauty Baldwin Center over on 455 Grayson Highway in Lawrenceville. So
Yeah.
there you go. There you have it.
That was probably the quickest, like I say, the quickest city formation in the state. That was pushed through. That's what you can do when you house the speaker of the house and high ranking
It's called power.
officials. They bypass all the normal procedures. The county is not in support of it. There's several people that has placed lawsuits against it. So it's interesting. I just want to see how long it's going to be zero taxes, because
Yeah.
eventually you're gonna have to collect some money to pay for something.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe they have it all figured out.
Oh yeah, they do, because they know better than everybody else.
Right. So listen, if you are a small business and you want to do business with the County of Gwinnett, Supplier Networking event is going to be tomorrow from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Gas South Convention Center in Duluth. If you want to know how to do business with the county of Gwinnett, this annual supplier networking event is something they do every year, and it gives you the opportunity to get before those in the county who are purchasing services from small businesses and business owners. Now, this is your
I plan to be there tomorrow.
I'm gonna live from here.
I mean, well, the one, did you register?
I did not, but I probably wouldn't I didn't register because we're on the show.
I registered. I got my confirmation. Matter of fact, I got it.
Be there. Are we gonna be there live tomorrow? That's what I'm asking you because I did.
Did you reach out to the people I told you that?
I did not.
Can be there?
We may be there live tomorrow, so
I'm gonna be there. If I got a broadcast, do some quick shout outs from the phone, but I will be in the room. I will be in the building.
I'll be there then. If that's the case.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You need to
tomorrow
register.
I will register.
I think the registration just went up for Audrey. It went from free to not free.
Oh my God. Tomorrow, August the 14th, 8:30 a.m. Gas South Convention Center in Duluth. If you are interested in learning how to do business with the county, this is a great opportunity for you to talk to the people. Here's the thing too. A lot of times people think it's so hard to do business with the county. The registration process is extremely easy to become a vendor with the county. It takes you about 15 minutes, honestly. I think it took me about 15 minutes to become a registered vendor with the county. Then you have to find out who you need to talk to and who offers the services that you want to provide. So this is an opportunity for you to talk face to face with those people. 8:30. Put it on your calendar. You know, I know some of you say I got a lot to do, but this is important. Well, maybe not to everybody, but if it is important,
if you have a business and you are anywhere drivable to Gwinnett County, Gwinnett County is the second most populous county in the state of Georgia. So that means there's a lot of business opportunities just working with the county alone. If you are anywhere in the area, it's recommended that you attend this supplier networking event. Like I said, I will be there representing multiple businesses. I will be there as well as the chamber. Also, this is not coming up soon, but it's in October. Rockdale County is doing pretty much the same thing. They have an economic development and networking expo. That's in October, but we're gonna keep talking about it because again, if you're anywhere in driving distance to these areas, you need to be there. I mean, any county. If I find out that Chatham County is doing something like this, I'm gonna be there if I can. And Chatham County is down south. That's what 5 hours away. I'm gonna be there. Anything within 5 hours, I can be. If I can, 3 to 4, 5 hours, I'm gonna be there.
I'll be broadcasting live from the studio that day while you down in Chatham County.
I'm gonna go down there because, you know, I mean, if your business can do business outside of your
Local
bubble,
area. Yeah.
I recommend it because sometimes your bubble is not your audience. It's not your target
True.
audience. Sometimes your bubble is not the customers that's best for you.
True. And I think you got to start thinking outside of the box because as we move forward, you know, that box is including so many more people. And so if you're in a local area that's highly populous, you probably got a lot of competition, but there may be some smaller towns outside of your area that could really use your services and they don't even know you exist. Again, I go back to put your story out there, tell your story, tell somebody so people searching for you can find you. And that's a whole science behind that. That's a whole class. But you know, make sure
Master P saying every soldier got a story.
every soldier got a story. And if you're an entrepreneur, trust me when I tell you, you are a soldier, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, sister, you are a sister soldier, you are a soldier. Because this is not for the faint of heart what we do. And we do multiple things. Like Derek and I will leave the show where we're talking to you live and we're off to do 10 other things. Because yeah, we got a story.
Meetings after meetings.
Oh my God, I was so exhausted yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was so exhausted. So I said to my husband, because I was had a long day. And then he wanted to come home and go to the farmer's market. Now he gets up every morning at 3:30. He does it like a trooper. And I said to him yesterday, we're in the store. I'm literally about to pass. I said, bro, I think I'm about to throw up. He laughed at me. I was so exhausted. I said to him, honestly, I don't know how you do this. like I am literally about to fall on my face right now. All I could do is go home, get in the shower, and get in the bed. I was like, "Are you gonna eat something?" She just make me an omelet. I was so exhausted. So
Yeah, I get up every day at 5, and I'm usually down for the count around 9:30.
see, that's my
Last
problem.
night I was a little later. I feel like the later I stay up, the more time I had to sit there and think, and
That's my problem.
so we start thinking, and then you get all
That's my
emotional.
problem.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard being it's hard being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it
But
is.
so then outside of being an entrepreneur, then you're a public face of organizations of TV shows. It's hard to because everybody expect that. We're not celebrities. Put that out there.
Not even
But
close.
I can imagine what
Don't
some of the
play, don't play one,
yeah,
don't want to be one. It's
I can
not,
just only imagine. Funny thing. So where our office is, um, in our studio, I was leaving the studio the other day, and I'm walking, and just me being the friendly guy that I am, I see people, I speak, hey, how you doing? And so I saw a lady, hey, and I know the typical hi and kept walking. Derek Wilson, that's you? I said, yes, ma'am. And so we talking. I said, you're gonna have to help me. Where do I know you from? I just sent you a friend request on LinkedIn. I said, oh, okay. She talking about, yeah, I was watching the show, and then I was like, oh wow, okay, well,
that
thank
happens.
you. And just walk into my car. So, you always have to be mindful of your surroundings. You never
You
know
do.
who's watching you.
That's
Uh,
true.
Not in a negative way, but you do have to be mindful of that way too.
You do.
But just uh, stay on. We have to always. I ain't gonna say always be on, but outside my house, I feel like I do have to always keep my on because you don't want to interact with someone and then you have a moment where you done just made everyone upset.
Yeah, yeah.
So you always have to stay on your game. I loved his actor before he passed away. But after he passed away, you learn more about him. His name is Sherman Hemsley. You know what that is?
Yeah, that's George
Yeah,
Jefferson.
George Jefferson. You would not believe. They said out behind the cameras, this man was the quietest man, introverted man on the set. He would sit in a corner, mind his business, read a book. He didn't bother anybody, and I found that so surprising because talking about George Jefferson, Deacon Fry. Um, but because he passed before I moved to Georgia, I believe. But as I gotten older and got more involved in different things in public life, I started to understand that,
Yep.
how one can be bubbly and all this and that in front of the camera, in front of people, and then can be, an introvert book reader sitting back at home, antisocial as people call it. Because I'm like that, like
Me too.
a
Most people
good,
don't think that because
yeah,
we talk so much.
a
But
good recliner in a movie.
what?
I'm good.
A good
That's my,
magazine.
yeah. So you just have to be mindful of, people. And we do have our ups and downs. And, we do, what they say, check on your strong friend.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have I ain't gonna say mental issues, but we can be drained. It's a lot of work being an entrepreneur, running organizations, and always having to be on.
Yeah.
And then in addition to family obligations, we all have family that we have to take care of. I'm in the process of learning how to take care of my mom. That's a new, but for the record, nothing wrong with my mom. Let's put that out there. She's totally fine. It's just she lives with us now. So, you know, I mean, taking care of her because she lives with us. So now you have to be mindful of her opinions, her needs. We can't just go out to eat and be like, oh, wait a minute, did Granny eat this?
Right.
Go see if she want to come with us. So it's just a different dynamic. So you know, if I post something or if you see me and I'm looking like I'm
Checked out.
a little yeah, checked out or down, having a moment. I mean, that's all it is. We're not robots. We're not going 100. all the time. Sometimes you may catch me at 60, and you might text me at 45. Who knows? But no, I don't like 45. That's the wrong number. 46. Who knows? But I'm good. Thank you for everyone that reached out to me. I appreciate it. Saw your messages. But yeah, I'm good. It was just one of those days that I was up past 9 o'clock, which is a no-no, and I was in my feelings and drained out. But it's a lot. It's a lot. And I tell people, not to make this a man or woman, but I tell people, women would never understand. Like I would never understand what a woman go through, but I feel like people don't acknowledge and don't understand what being a man with a family goes through, the stress of that. Because no man wants to be a failure. When you got kids looking up to you, you got a wife semi-dependent on you because y'all strong, independent women. I ain't depending on no man. I mean, if you're married and you got a good husband and a good relationship, there is a level of dependency there. Same for me. I depend on my wife. I ain't gonna lie. I
Say
depend on her.
something. My husband said to me, which I thought this was funny. You always want to do things your way, right? Now I know why I do things my way because I make most of all of the decisions. So he called me and asked me something. I said, whatever you want to do.
That annoys me.
No, but it was like, I was like, yeah, whatever I'm gonna go with whatever you say.
That annoys me.
Now,
I ask you what you want. I don't know what you
I
want.
don't know. I didn't know.
Whatever
And
you
so
want.
normally what happens is I make that decision because I don't know. He asks me the same question every day and I don't know. So I normally make the decision. I didn't this time. I was like, whatever you decide.
I that's one of our biggest arguments. Maria, what you want to eat? I don't know, whatever you want.
But see, those are the so
Okay, well, I want chicken. I don't want that.
now let me say this real quick. This is Good Morning Georgia. And as when we first started the show, we said it was not gonna be like your typical show. We're not journalists at all. We are business owners and we are regular people. And so you're gonna get some regular people stuff on here along with some news and us griping and us venting about what we do and don't like. So you're gonna get that. And we want you to continue to join us because we want you to see like this is what we do on a regular day basis. Like these are the things that we go through. The persons like Derek outside. I mean, I've been places where people. I was in an elevator one time in New York. The lady gets on the elevator. She's like, Audrey had no idea who she was.
Right? Isn't that weird?
We were at a conference. I was like, hey, huh? And she introduced herself, and she's even more famous than me. Like I'm not famous at all. She is famous, like famous.
But Audrey did that. She fangirl out the other day.
Who I fangirl out on?
The YouTube guy. We ain't gonna say his name.
I didn't
We don't-
fangirl. I
we don't do free
recognize him.
promotion.
I don't fangirl. I've been around plenty. I did not. I did not.
Like, girl, calm down. I had to spray that down.
I did not. He was in the studio, and I because I watched. So, like, unlike you, I don't go to sleep at night. I go to sleep past my bedtime, which is what I did the night before watching YouTube. Right. And then yesterday, about to fall on my face to the point where I feel like I needed to throw up. My husband looked at me like, "Are you for real?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm sick right now. Like, I'm exhausted." That's because I went to bed too late looking at YouTube, and I watch business, which I shouldn't do at night. Watch business stuff at night because it's triggering. I did not fangirl out. I recognized who he was.
Thought you threw something at him.
That's what I
Thought you
said.
threw something at him.
I did not.
You know Marvin Gaye.
He was in the studio filming, and I happened to recognize him. And he's famous. And I said to him, "Yeah, because he's famous." He said, "Am I?" I said, "You are," and he is. But I've never done that. I've never been that person to walk up on stuff because I feel like I don't want to invade those people's privacy. So I've been plenty of places where there are famous people that I just don't want to, invade their privacy because I know that feels like it's very uncomfortable.
It can be. I used to be a ball kid for the Houston Rockets.
You told me that.
Yeah, when I was in high school, and so my senior year in high school, they had the Super Bowl in Houston that year, and so the week of Super Bowl, the Rockets had two basketball games, home games, and I've seen so many celebrities that
You was fanning out, weren't
I
you?
mean, I would, because we're not supposed to, because technically we work around celebrities every day, basketball.
True that.
But when I tell you my high school memory book got a whole lot of autographs, I'll tell you that.
Book probably worth a lot of money.
A
Where
whole lot of autographs. I mean,
can we
I
put it
don't
up on eBay for auction?
probably. I done met Jermaine Dupri when he was with Janet,
Ooh.
Nelly, So
All them signed in the book.
all of them in the book.
Ooh.
I got shoes. I had Shaq shoes. I say had because don't know where they are now.
You need to find them shoes.
But I had Shaq shoes. I had James Jones shoes when he was a rookie. Well, James Jones, most people don't unless you're a basketball fan. James Jones has at least 3 championship rings because he was on every team that LeBron James won a ring
Where them shoes at?
his rookie, I have his rookie year, he signed the shoes.
Oh, see, Derek's been over there on some. You know, there's a show, and y'all, I know we all over the place this morning,
Yeah.
but this is what it is. There's a show on Netflix called Collectors something, right? You can send your stuff to be audited to see how much it's worth, and they will sell it for you.
Yeah, I got my credential, because we had credentials to get into the arena. I got that.
I don't know how valuable that is. Them James
I got that
Jones,
signed.
them James
James
Jones,
Jones.
them
I
shoes.
got Shaq. And so,
Mm.
because
You might be able to get about $10,000 for them shoes.
like I remember
There,
asking me to
like, I'm not giving up my shoes,
nah.
Audrey. I will get rid of them shoes in a New
I
York
think it
minute.
was either James, like how I got the shoes was as a ball kid. He asked me to pack his bag, and then he was like, I can give you a tip. I said, you can give me them shoes. Okay, because believe it or not, I mean they change our shoes every game.
Yeah.
Like, some change them out throughout the game, first half, second half, and so I met all of them. A funny story. Without saying names, I was told to go ask this female for her phone number by one of the basketball players, not a Rockets player. It was a visiting team. Yeah, he said, "Hey, you see that girl over there?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "Ask her for a number." Oh, I said, "Okay." I wouldn't go. So the girl looked familiar, but it didn't register who she was. So I go over there. I said, "Hey, Mr. Such and Such asked me to get your number, this and that." And she politely was like, she laughed. She said, "Tell him I said thank you. It was nice seeing him again." Blah blah blah. The girl was Beyonce. Like it didn't register until she started talking. I'm sitting there like this. OMG. And so my coworker was like, "Boy, what you doing?" I was like, "Man, he told me, yeah, you went over there and asked Beyonce for it." It was like we laughed and talked about that, but yeah, it was Beyonce. I didn't even recognize her until I got up on her. That was the beginning stages of the Jay-Z Beyonce. Was she solo? She wasn't solo.
I don't know, man. Nah,
Yeah.
listen, all I remember is all my ladies, throw your hand. That's all I remember. I don't know when that came out.
Yeah. But we need to go to commercial.
We're going to a commercial. We got off on a tangent.
Yeah.
Don't hold it against us. This is what we'll be doing, along with the news, of course. Be right back after this commercial.
Why do 70% of aspiring authors never publish their work? Because they don't have Bookpreneur. Whether you're dreaming of publishing your memoir, a children's book, or the next great novel, Bookpreneur is your go-to source. Our weekly newsletter and video show offer step-by-step guidance and insider tips to help you navigate the publishing world. Don't let your masterpiece stay hidden. Join the Bookpreneur community today and start turning pages into profit. Subscribe now at www.bookpreneur.com.
In a world where business and sustainability intersect, the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce, or GWC, stands as a beacon of empowerment and innovation. Our mission: to empower women in business while fostering a culture of sustainability within our community. We're not just about business growth. We're about eco-friendly practices, about encouraging a healthier, more sustainable future for all. Through innovative tools, equipment, and education, we're supporting the success of women entrepreneurs and promoting a greener tomorrow. Our vision stretches beyond the present. We see a future where GWC is a leading force in the promotion of women's entrepreneurship and environmental stewardship. A vibrant community where women in business thrive alongside a commitment to sustainability. We're making the Gwinnett region a model for inclusive economic growth and ecological balance. We are the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce, where business meets sustainability. Join us in shaping the future. In a world where business and sustainability intersect, the Gwinnett...
I done ran the ad twice. Welcome back. Running the ad twice over here. Listen, let's get back to the news. We went off on a tangent.
All right, so Home Depot, business news. Home Depot sensing Uneasy economic vibe from homeowners and contractor trims outlook for 2024.
Hmm.
Home Depot's second quarter sales rose slightly as the nation's biggest home improvement retailer um, book gains from a recent acquisition, but customers rein in spending because of broadly higher costs and elevated interest rates.
Everything's expensive. Like, and my car insurance, oh my God, like I can't even talk about that. So
Car insurance, homeowners insurance, medical insurance.
everything is so expensive right now. And I get why some people say, oh, it is. And I want to know, how can we drop the price? Someone said to me yesterday, I bought a chapstick that I used to buy all the time. It was 99 cents. I got one kind of chapstick that I love. I go and buy them by the handfuls. I went to go buy one yesterday, it was 249. I was like, so the lady behind the counter, I was like, you used to pay 99 cents for this. She's like, you did? I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't know. Maybe the prices go back down. I don't know. But we need to figure that part
I
out.
mean, same thing with chips. So when I was a kid, those little small, Frito Lays,
Mhm.
Cheetos, and all that, they used to be 25 cents. You used to
25
get
cents.
four for $1.
That's
Now
right.
they like 35, 45 cents each. You can't get four for $1
I
anymore.
haven't seen anything 35, 45 cents. What's in the bag? 2 chips? Literally, because every time I go to buy a bag, and it's funny because I tell my husband, hey, give me a bag of chips. He go to the gas station, right? He'd be like, out the gas station? Because like $1.99.
But then the
One
bag of
bag.
chips have so much air in it.
Air.
You get this big bag of chips, and then you open it, and you only got this much chips in there because the whole bag full of air.
What's crazy is on his job, they have vending machines. And so they stock the vending machines up, but they only charge 50 cents for everything.
That's bad. That's good.
That's great. So that's where the chips come from. The chips come, not that I need the chips because I don't. And I'd be like, don't bring me no Oreo cookies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't bring me those.
I don't eat any of that.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from the
I
chips.
don't eat a lot, and I definitely don't go to the store and buy it. So he'll bring it home. I'm like, don't bring the Oreo cookies because that's me at midnight watching YouTube and Oreos. Hey, speaking of cookies, there is a Bucky's being built in Brunswick. Yeah, I keep hearing about this Bucky's. I heard
Man.
someone said they wanted to take a road trip to Bucky's to get something. And I said, well, it's 2 hours, it's a gas station. And it's like,
Man, they got some brisket out of this world.
see, that's what I'm talking about. So they're building one in Brunswick. So apparently Bucky's has like the best food, the best shopping, and it's a gas station.
It's a gas station.
Which
It's
is
like
hilarious.
they have the cleanest restrooms for any gas station you will ever find. They have bathroom attendants.
Wow.
Like, you know how back in the day you used to drop a quarter?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. But they have bathroom attendants. Like, it's weird. Somebody come out of a stall, you see somebody.
Wow.
Bathroom attendants. Love Bucky's. Originated from Texas. Love Bucky's.
Bucky's is open.
And I've been to both of them in Georgia.
They're building one in the Brunswick area. Yeah, and once finished, it's going to be the largest in the state at 74,000 square foot. The other Bucky's location is located in Fort Valley along I-75,
Been to that
south
one?
of South Warner Robins, and at Daresville.
Been to that one
So
too.
they have some, but they're smaller. 20,000 square feet, like that's really small. It's not really that small.
That's not small.
But 74,000 square feet. What's going to be inside the Bucky's? Can I get my book inside the
So
Bucky's?
outside of Gagnon, I mean, they sell books. I mean, it's like,
He just
so-
said, can I get my books in Bucky's?
so you remember, you should because you're old enough.
I need to write a note to myself. Go ahead.
You remember how Walmart changed the game by adding clothing and groceries together?
Yes.
So Bucky's did something similar. They changed the game by one, having clean bathrooms for gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
But two, they have good. Most people don't eat gas station food.
Mm-hmm.
They are in there barbecuing and chopping up brisket, sauce. Like, I mean, they full blown restaurant in
Wow.
there. And they are the only places I've seen outside of Texas that sell kolaches, which people out here call pig in the blanket.
I was about to say, what the heck is a kolache?
A pig in a blanket. It's just nothing
Really?
meat rolled up in some bread. But when I tell you they sell it out there, I don't think they missing is boudin.
What is that?
See, boudin is like dirty rice in a sausage form. I think it originated out
And it's
from-
rolled up in something?
it's in a sausage, like a sausage. Like a sausage.
But it's rice.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
rice with some.
Never heard of
And
it.
then when I tell you, I mean, they sell it at Walmart. I wouldn't buy it but they sell it at Walmart.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Bucky's is a big thing. So I'm gonna have to the next time I go I-75 South, I gotta stop at Bucky's. I gotta stop
Yeah,
at
you
Bucky's.
can buy it anytime you go to
I never even thought.
Albany.
I know
They
I
used to the
passed.
time.
I passed by recently, but I just recently heard about Bucky's. My husband was telling me that people were like in love with Bucky's and they making special trips. I'm like, what? But then I heard somebody say, one of my friends say they were gonna get their husband taking them to Bucky's to go shopping. It was a 2-hour drive, and I was like, it's not a gas station, but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. So
So speaking of gas stations, did you hear about Wawa?
what about Wawa?
So Wawa is like a competitor of Bucky's,
Oh,
but their Wawa is mostly in Florida, where they're building
they
location.
got some in Jersey
is
too.
Okay.
I remember when they first brought a Wawa to Jersey. I was like, wow.
Okay, so think of Wawa just probably on a larger scale.
Okay.
That's what Bucky's is.
Okay.
Wawa got clothes. They have, I think, only been a couple.
Well, so they put one in Maplewood, which is where I used to live in Jersey, but it was similar to a 7-Eleven. It wasn't like big, it wasn't nowhere near like that.
Well, so the Wawa I've been to, it was bigger than a normal gas station. It wasn't like the Chevron on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And but they also didn't have like food. They ain't had nobody back there chopping up cooking meat.
Right.
But Wawa is a big brand in Florida, I know at least. And they didn't have any in Georgia. They're actually putting one down there in Pooler, which is still in the South. So you got Brunswick, Bucky's, and you got Wawa and Pooler, which is probably a couple of hours away from each other. They're both right there on the coastline. So it's about to be real good in gas station heaven in a minute. And they got clean bathrooms too.
Wawa.
Wawa, yeah, at least the ones I've been to. Look, man, when you driving on a road trip and you gotta go, that's the worst.
God,
Oh
my God.
the worst thing ever. Go to a bathroom
And it's nasty.
and it's nasty.
And the floor is wet. Oh my God.
For me, luckily, I can just stand there.
Oh God.
But if I gotta go, yeah, we won't be going out.
Yes.
You live. I done ran out. Yeah, we're not doing this. Come on, let's go to another one.
Yes.
And they laughing at me. We're not doing it. Yeah.
I can't. Listen, I thought this was pretty interesting. I actually like this. So Sanctuary Farms in North Georgia is offering curated farmstead living. Now, you see a lot of this like in like the country areas. And there are people who really love living like this. And I think I watched the Alaskan Bush People. One of my favorite shows. I do it, not everything, but I do watch some really strange stuff like the Alaskan Bush People and Darius Catch and Wicked Tuna. Have no idea why I like those shows, but I do. But this is the Sanctuary Farm is going to give people the opportunity to be a part of this homestead in North Georgia. It's going to be located on 461 acres near Ball Ground, Georgia. I have no idea where that is, but it's North Georgia somewhere.
I heard that.
It's going to give residents a unique opportunity to have this vibrant lifestyle with world-class amenities, but with the homestead feel. I bet that's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
That sounds like it's going to be beautiful.
But how far is it from civilization? Because I need to be able to.
Wherever Ball Ground, Georgia is, I have no idea. But the builder,
I've heard of it. I don't know.
I've heard of it too, but it's North Georgia. And so if you're looking for that type of living, which I think a lot of people are, for me, I can't be that far away from an airport. Like I got to be close to an airport. Like I can't be, 3 hours away from the airport. That just not gonna work for me. But
I feel
that's
like the only big airport in Metro is Hartsfield.
Yeah, like
so. Like if you're trying to go to Augusta,
they don't have an airport.
They don't. I don't think
Savannah has one, right?
Probably. I hope so.
I think that may be closer to Augusta. Anyway, I'm not trying to live anywhere that's too far from an airport. But if that's what you're looking for, check out Sanctuary. It's Sanctuary. AIRE is at the end. Farms. You may love it. Sanctuaryfarms.com. That's SANCTUAIRE farms.com. It looks like I'm sure it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be community. I can just see that they're like this whole farmstead style community with some of the upgraded amenities, not like the Bush People where they were trying to figure out how to go to the bathroom and all that stuff. It was cold, they have heat, and they did that for a long time. But if this is something that you're interested in, and I kind of feel like a lot of people are, because my daughter and I have talked about this several occasions about having something similar. where we grow our own food and stuff like that, because the stuff that goes into the food is just unreal, and we want to be cautious about a lot of what goes into our body. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's true. So last week, Ambassador Andrew Young returns to South Georgia City, where he first became pastor for an exhibit on his life. Man is 90 some years old.
Wow, that's nice.
Civil rights icon Andrew Young has come home to South Georgia, to the South Georgia City where he first. I didn't know he was a pastor.
What city was it?
Thomasville.
Thomasville. Okay,
I didn't know he was a pastor.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's
this.
my first time hearing that.
70 years ago, when Andrew Young began his career as a pastor of a small black church in Thomasville in 1955,
Mm,
years before he became a civil rights leader besides Martin Luther King Jr. Wow,
wow.
I did not know that.
Yep.
No, he was a pastor. Never heard him preach.
Well, he's come home. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I'm trying to see
Right.
how old he is.
You said 91, didn't you?
He's 90 something. He's up there with Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter, 99. You about to be
99.
100 years old. God bless his
99.
heart.
You're right.
God bless your heart.
Longevity, as MLK says, longevity has its place. Blood.
Why not?
Because everybody around you, everybody that you know, is probably gone.
Well, people are living a little bit longer these days.
Especially, I mean, after if my wife died before me, and I'm that old, yeah, I probably wouldn't want to be around.
You would, because you still got the kids and the grandkids. So you ain't get there yet. Trust me when I tell you, when you get to that point, right. When you get to the point where you got both, it's like I'll do anything. I kill.
But that's nothing like. I mean, they was married for 77 years.
Right. But you still got kids.
I mean, that's nothing like your wife or your son.
It's not, but you won't want to leave them kids.
No, I mean, them kids can't rule my thigh like
No, they can't, but
things like Mrs. did.
Unfortunately they can't. Unless they rubbing on some Bengay or something.
I don't even want them rubbing on.
Icy hot.
Of course, I don't think that's what Jimmy thinking about this in 99, but it just.
Jimmy said he want to be here for the vote.
I get that. Now that I can, but I don't know. I just feel like, as they say, the longer you live, the more people around you start to die.
That's true. But hopefully by the time, your number get pulled, we have figured out the longevity secrets of all your friends and family, and Maria can be here with you.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to die before somebody older than me. That'd be.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna change that subject. It's pretty grim. Listen, that's all we got. We're gonna go to this last commercial, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna shut it out for the
No, there's no Olympics. Let me see what's going on in baseball.
Friday Night Lights coming up. Go support. We'll be back after this commercial.
MD Communications Group, a complete networking hub. Trend technologies your way. Struggling with your network provider? Let's resolve this together with MD Communications Networking Hub. Slow internet, bad television, bad cell phone services, and wanna save more? Choose us. We offer economical deals designed to cover fast rates, faster internet, maximum channel options, and clear signals. Stay stress-free. Try our best residential and commercial high-speed internet, television, and mobile phone services. Let us manage your stress. Contact us through our website, communicationsmd.com, or call us 770-421-5598.
Welcome back. So listen, it is Friday Night Lights coming up this Friday. Be sure to go out to your local football game, if only to support. If you don't understand the game,
your local high school.
Yes. If you don't understand the game, just go out there and be a part of the fans. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You get to see people screaming and yelling for the team. You may not have a clue about what's going on, but here's the thing. Your ticket price will support that high school team.
I saw a post from a local mayor which said, be sure to, remember the companies you see, the banners you see around the stadium, because they are supporting, the school and your kids and the kids. So yeah, as you go out to these local games, like Audrey said, tickets does support the department, but also look at the businesses. I'm assuming every stadium, every field house has banners of local businesses that are supporting them. Support those businesses.
Look for a Good Morning Georgia banners coming close to you somewhere. It's coming. Go out and support. This coming Friday, Grayson High School is playing Collins Hill. And yeah, we're expecting a good game. That's where Travis Hunter come from. Travis Hunter came from Collins Hill, and he went out there. He plays with Deion Sanders now out in Colorado, and they just signed some more NIL deals for this year. So good things come out of Georgia. Good things come out of Georgia. My nephew Jalen Bell is going to the Hoosiers in Indiana this year. He graduates in December. He'll be at the Hoosiers in January after the holidays. So that's exciting. So I'll be in Indiana one day broadcasting live.
Okay. Don't go during the winter.
I will not. I already said I'm not going during the winter. That's a no for me.
Well, the Atlanta Braves won yesterday. They beat the San Francisco Giants. The Braves record is now 62-56. So they have a winning record as of right now. The score was 1-0. That is a long game to score
1 point.
1 point. 1-0.
That's why I used to didn't like baseball. Like I can't sit and watch it on TV. It was only until I went to a live Braves game. It's like, oh, okay, I can do this. But
yeah, I can't watch it on TV.
But watching it on TV, like it's like watching paint dry.
I can do live. I can't watch golf on TV too. Maybe golf is better live, but it's definitely not something that I can watch on TV.
Yeah, my mom used to watch. She used to watch everything. She grew up with six brothers, so she watched basketball, football, golf, and baseball. She watched all of it, and she was an avid watch. Like she knew the people on the team.
Ah, that's Jack right there.
She knew the names. She knew everybody. And I had 2 uncles that played golf. So her oldest 2 brothers played golf, and so she knew everything about everybody.
Yeah, I can't even calculate golf. I don't know what a birdie is, none of that. But
it's like me in tennis. Anything else before we wrap it up for today?
If you like to, no, that's it.
All right, listen, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Good Morning Georgia. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m., God willing. Listen, subscribe to the show. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs you 1 second to hit the subscribe button and click the notification button right down here on the YouTube channel so you can be notified when we go live. We go live Monday through Fridays at 9 a.m. If you would like to support the show, go to goodmorninggeorgia.org to find out how to support the show. You can email us and we'll get back to you with that. And share the show with a friend. And listen, talk to your local leaders. Like, listen, get on there and talk about what's happening in our neck of the woods. If you are somewhere in Georgia watching this show that's not outside of where we are, and you got news in your area that you want us to share, let us know. Go to goodmorninggeorgia.org for more information. Just send the email to me and we'll get back to you. We'll be back here tomorrow, 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
Until next time, my friends, until next time, make it a great day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.